I introduced the idea of the career pivot penalty last week. This is such a big obstacle, I need to dig deeper. First, I want to get to the root of the fear that I think holds a lot of people back. Then tomorrow I'll outline the 3 actions you can take to mitigate it. So let's get right to the core of what many pivoters are afraid of and then tie it to your potential pay cut. This chart shows your competency over your career. Phase 1 starts when you're a new hire. You're learning on all fronts. The growth curve is steep. During phase 2, the curve starts to flatten out, which can be a good thing. It means you're gaining competency. But if the curve stays too flat for too long, you get bored and start to disengage. This may be where you are now, and you have a decision to make. Do you risk going backwards and pay the career pivot penalty, or do you play it safe and stay on this current trajectory? I should say there's likely growth opportunities inside your current company or industry, but if you're like me, they just don't get you that fired up. If you make a pivot, you will certainly take a step back, but most people's primary concern is that they'll never get back to the competency level they had before the pivot. This would be a true penalty. However, my hope for you is you follow this trajectory. You do take a step back, but it lays a groundwork for a new steep growth curve, setting you on a trajectory to far exceed your current level of competence. To tie it to compensation, in my experience, competency is a proxy for compensation. It does lag, but it typically is directly correlated. Okay, great, Greg. You've defined the problem. Now what can I do about it? In the video linked right here, I'll share 2 actions and 1 mitigation that for some reason no one ever talks about.